Luigi came out today. I gotta go. I gotta go.
That was tight!
Sit down because I need to tell you something. Luigi's Mansion 3 makes me happy. I've personally had a bit of an interesting history with this series. I remember always hearing of how great the original on GameCube was, but I was too busy over here buying Mario Party 4 and 5 just so I could trade them in for 6 or 7. In a repeating process. I was not the brightest child, but fast forward a good few years to March 2013 and a sequel to the beloved GameCube game Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is released. And let me tell you, this game was the one. See, I didn't actually get a 3DS to call my own until Christmas of 2013, but boy was that a time. I got Pokemon Y, A Link Between Worlds, and Animal Crossing all on the same day. It was heaven. But one of the 3DS's magnum opuses was missing, so I just went and bought it a few months later. From the gameplay, to the exploration, to the expression, to even the freaking multiplayer, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, to this day, remains one of my favorite games on the 3DS. And no, I still haven't played the original. But anyway, take that away, slap a 3 on it, and call it the name of this video. The third game in the Luigi's Mansion series is here, a mere 17 years after the first one. And as I said, it making me happy.
Night night.
Night night. It's so freaking wholesome. The intro cutscene of this game is explanation enough to this statement. But fine, I guess I'll explain it. In short terms, the expression and animation dial on Luigi's Mansion 3 has literally broke. It can't be stopped. It just keeps spewing expression. Like, seriously, someone, can we get some help here? Like, please, seriously, can someone please stop this? I didn't know it was possible to love Luigi as a character any more than I already did. But you know, next level, they just had to go and prove me wrong. Anyway, back to the basics. Luigi and gang are invited to a sketchy hotel. So like any self-respecting citizen of the Mushroom Kingdom, they accept. I'm not gonna tell you anything else, but I'm guessing you can infer what happens next. Ah, they're so cute with their masks and pretending not to be ghosts and all. From here, the opening hours of the game are absolutely brilliant, and I only wish I could say the entirety of the game was this darn good. After you begin to start picking up abilities and work your way through a floor or two of the mansion, Luigi comes face to face, yet again, with the man, the myth, the legend, Professor Egad. And can we just pause for a minute to appreciate this guy, because he's so weird, wacky, and lovable, and he's criminally underused. Criminally! Elvin, come here! Come on, Elvin!
Ticket.
We need you in Mario Kart!
Oh yeah.
After finding good old Elvin, he sets up a portable lab, which acts similarly to his bunker in Dark Moon, except this time, revisiting is entirely optional. It's also about this time that Luigi's new gooey companion Gooigi is introduced, adding a new option for co-op, which works surprisingly well. I played through about half of the game while playing with a less experienced Gooigi, and it was an absolute blast. This brings us to one thing I'm not so hot about on the game though, which is the hotel's floors. The Last Resort Hotel, which Luigi explores throughout the game, is split up into this many floors. And yes, I know there's no buttons there, count them if you want to, if not be like me and stare at them blankly every time you enter the elevator, and hope that your mind does not count them.
It's 15.
Dang it! My problem with the hotel floor angle is that while this opens up the possibility for many different locations and ideas to be explored, in the end it just made the experience feel much more broken up than the past games to me. And this is where it gets complicated because... But Azembo, Dark Moon didn't even allow you to enter into dimensions without entering the mission. Well, yeah, but Dark Moon actually took place in mansions. And I think I might be a little bit nostalgia blind here. Luigi's Mansion 3 basically merged the openness of the first game and the mission structure of Dark Moon, creating the Last Resort Hotel. And I'm really conflicted about this. It bothers me that so many of the ideas in Luigi's Mansion 3 are confined to smaller floors rather than an entire mansion. Some of the designs here are so cool, yet the entirety of their level can just be summed up as a few rooms and a boss fight. Another thing that bothers me compared to Dark Moon is the lack of motivation to ascend higher. The mission structure in Dark Moon allowed for there to always be a clear objective driving you forward through the mansions. And while Luigi's Mansion 3 starts off strong in that regard, after the first few floors, the game takes off the training wheels, and your motivation to ascend boils down to just fight the boss ghost so you can get to the next floor. In the end, it all ended up being fine, but at the same time felt like something was missing in the game's basic structure. Moving on to a more positive point though, the gameplay of the series has never been better. Sucking stuff up with the poltergeist is just so much dang fun. The night I beat Luigi's Mansion 3, I went back to play Dark Moon shortly after for comparison, and the fact that I couldn't suck everything off this table made me physically angry. The game controls excellently as well, as long as you remember that all of your moves can be accessed without the face buttons. My only complaint with the gameplay is the new slam move, and I'm not even sure how much of a complaint that actually is. I don't think it ruins combat, nor do I think the old method is superior. I just think it's different, and I can't decide if I like that or not. Setup, structure, exploration, gameplay, and controls, that brings us to animation and expression, and I already kind of said my piece on this part, so just watch this.
Oh. 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 It's me. Luigi. Okay, okay. Oh. I can dig it.
That is so wholesome. And the score of this review just went up probably about 5 points, I don't know, something like that. Luigi's Mansion 3, however, also offers 2 supplement modes to the main story, one of which is a Luigi's Mansion themed Mario Party reject, and the other a shell of its former self. I don't really have much to say about Scream Park. It's a short few little minigames for local only play, but as I said, they amount to little more than 3 Mario Party minigames that aren't in a Mario Party game. The Scare Scraper, on the other hand, makes its return from Dark Moon and was something I absolutely loved about the game. In fact, if you ask me, it still, to this day, stands as the pinnacle of online play on 3DS. And with Luigi's Mansion 3, they somehow went and screwed it up. Where's my helps? Where's my good job? Where's my thank you very much? Now all we have is over here! The Scare Scraper in 3 takes away a lot of the features that were already implemented in Dark Moon, making for a more shallow experience, albeit still a fun one. The Red Coin Challenge and Power-Up Wheel are gone. The option to select different objectives and difficulties is nowhere to be found, and the different boss encounters of Dark Moon have been flattened into 2 generic, always the same bosses. Yeah, Scare Scraper got hit hard for some reason. Oh. Is Luigi's Mansion 3 a good game? Yes. Is it a game I would recommend to Switch owners? Yes. Is it perfect and without flaw? No. Luigi's Mansion 3 excels in some areas while failing to reach the great heights it could have in others. By no means is Luigi's Mansion 3 a bad game, and I still hold that it deserves the crown of best in the series. But I believe, nevertheless, that areas of the game and its concepts are flawed. So with that in mind, I reward Luigi's Mansion 3 with a score of 7.7. And add 5 onto that, though, for wholesome expression. Holy smokes! Thanks everyone for watching the review/video where I just wanted to talk about Luigi's Mansion 3. I really appreciate the support watching all the way through, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me when you support my content. Anyway, if you want to stay up to date on all the happenings, follow me on Twitter with the link in the description, and I got more videos to work on, so I will be seeing you all. Stay amazing. See you later. Bye.